$1.5 billion. That's not a typo. In September 2025, Anthropic, the company behind the Claude AI, agreed to the largest copyright settlement in American history. They didn't lose a patent fight. They didn't steal trade secrets. They allegedly trained their AI on 7 million pirated books. And the court documents reveal exactly how they did it. Anthropic wasn't some shady startup. It was founded by former OpenAI executives, backed by Google and Amazon, and valued at over $18 billion. They built Claude to be the safe AI, the ethical alternative to ChatGPT. Their marketing promised responsible AI development. But behind closed doors, prosecutors alleged something very different was happening. Here's what the lawsuit revealed. According to court documents, Anthropic's engineers downloaded approximately 7 million copyrighted books. Not from publishers, not from libraries, from a website called Library Genesis, one of the internet's largest piracy repositories. The official court filings show they knew exactly what they were doing. So how do you train an AI on stolen books? You feed them into the system. Every sentence, every paragraph, every copyrighted word. The AI learns patterns from this data, how authors write, how stories flow, how information is structured. Authors spend years writing these books. Anthropic's computers consumed them in hours. 500,000 authors. That's how many joined the class action lawsuit. Writers who spent decades building their craft discovered their life's work had been fed into a machine without permission, without payment, without even acknowledgement. Lead plaintiff Andrea Bartz called it the largest theft of creative work in history. The federal court documents paint a damning picture. Prosecutors presented evidence that Anthropic employees discussed the copyright implications internally and proceeded anyway. One internal communication allegedly stated the data was necessary for competitive performance. They knew the risks, they calculated the costs, they did it anyway. Anthropic's defense? They argued AI training constituted fair use, that breaking down books into statistical patterns was transformative. But the judge wasn't convinced. The piracy angle made fair use arguments nearly impossible. You can't claim transformation when you started with stolen goods. The legal strategy crumbled. $1.5 billion. The number echoed through Silicon Valley. It wasn't just money, it was a message. The settlement dwarfed every previous copyright case combined. For context, the entire music industry's streaming revenue in 2024 was around $20 billion. Anthropic just paid 8% of that to make this go away. Within hours of the announcement, OpenAI's stock price dropped. Google paused several AI training initiatives. Microsoft issued a statement about their rigorous licensing practices. Every AI company suddenly remembered they had lawyers. The Anthropic settlement didn't just cost one company. It rewrote the rules for the entire industry. The settlement breakdown reveals fascinating details. Each author receives compensation based on how prominently their work appeared in training data. Best-selling authors could receive hundreds of thousands. Lesser-known writers still get meaningful payments. The court appointed a special administrator to track down every affected creator worldwide. This case establishes a terrifying precedent for AI companies. Training on copyrighted data without licensing could cost billions. Some analysts predict a wave of similar lawsuits against every major AI provider. The age of scrape first, ask permission never appears to be ending. The question now, who's next? But there's a deeper question here. If AI can't train on human creativity without paying, how will AI develop? Some argue this will slow innovation. Others say it finally gives creators their due. The truth probably lies somewhere in between. What's certain is that the relationship between human creativity and artificial intelligence has fundamentally changed. Andrea Bartz, the lead plaintiff, released a statement after the settlement. This isn't about being anti-technology. It's about respecting the humans who create the content that makes technology valuable. 500,000 authors proved that collective action still works, even against an $18 billion company. The Anthropic case teaches us something important. In the rush to build the future, some companies forgot to respect the past. The books that train Claude represent millions of hours of human effort, creativity, and passion. Turns out you can't just take that. Even with billions in funding, even with the smartest engineers, even with revolutionary technology. But Anthropic isn't the only tech giant fighting billion-dollar battles. In our next investigation, we expose the 7-year patent war between Apple and Samsung, a fight that spanned 10 countries and cost over $500 million. Subscribe now to see the official court documents that revealed how far these companies will go. The notification bell ensures you won't miss it.